some tips for designing your outdoor area. We always start with in our design process as we get a good idea of what you're wanting. We listen to. We have a consultation with you, and it's actually with me. It's our design discovery call. But I try to figure out what you're using the space for. How many people do you see in there? Do you do a lot of entertaining? Are you looking at cooking? Do you want more of a outdoor living room feel? Are you wanting to? In most cases, this is the answer I get is they have teenagers or they have grandkids and they want a space for, they want to be the house where everybody hangs out. So that's usually where we start. So then we start looking at, okay, well, what does that look like? Is that a pool? Is that an outdoor kitchen? Is that a fireplace area? So we're starting to look at elements that you want to see within the backyard. Then we're looking at, okay, what's the elevation in the backyard? Do you have a walkout? What's the circulation like? Do you have do you have a finished kitchen downstairs? Do we need to put one downstairs if you're entertaining? So we start compiling a lot of this information, and then we have a nice feature where we can actually scan the backyard. We use a LiDAR scanner. It basically measures both vertically and horizontally measurements for us, and it puts in a 2D format along with elevations and measurements that we can drop in our design software. So it helps us really attend to any elevations that we're dealing with. Maybe there's stairs, maybe there's a retaining wall that has to come into play. Maybe there's some drainage that we're looking at. Maybe you have quite a bit of drainage that comes to your backyard. That's where we start building the data set for your yard, and then we start implementing the components that you want to see built within there. So it's a pretty long process. Not long, but it's a lot of information that we review with you. And then we help you step by step of the design. We help you to get your space looking exactly the way that you foreseed it. And basically we're trying to get whatever you had visioned to create that vision for you in your backyard. So we do that by creating 3D renderings. We'll do 2D, we've got construction drawings, we get into specifics of material selections, all that kind of stuff. So if you're planning to do an outdoor living project and are worried that it's just a lot of steps and unsure about the things that are important for you being put into the design, then we work with you basically through the entire process. Yeah, so when we're working with you on a design, we obviously try to get the Cadillac, or, let's just say money was not a concern. We want to try to paint the vision for you to get it like, okay, this is what I can see in my backyard. This is how I would use it. It's got all the components that I would ever see using. They did it, the design is perfect, exactly the way to want it if money was no object. And so we try to come at that angle, and then what we do with our proposals, we'll line item everything out. So every work area is an option. So if you're saying, okay, well, that's great, I'm glad you helped me get the whole, project as a whole designed, I can only afford to do A, B, and C, then we'll work with you and say, okay, let's do A, B, C, let's do, the other 3 options, which we'll go ahead and plan for now. Let's go do those in, 2 or 3 years. So we try to get the whole, conceptual idea of the design down on paper and then option it out from there.